the Colossal Titan and the Armored Titan, Bertolt and Reiner, are attacking the city. Or so I thought until I read later on that apparently it was all a plan, and I was like, oh, why? I really wanted them to see like the Armored Titan and the Colossal Titan in this chapter. Like, literally for this whole chapter is how you just tease me at that part, and I was like, come on, I need to go and see these Titans now, let's go. And I was like, as I kept reading on, I was like, oh, never mind. So we get this from the start of the chapter that we see that Erwin is pleading to keep the Survey Corps and pretty much his own neck at this point, as he's saying like, if you keep up with this, you'll cause a civil war. I mean, we've bad enough that we got rations, we still haven't been able to replenish ourselves, and it's like, if we lose the war with like Rose right now, then what, we're going to move back to the next one, and then you're just going to be overpopulated. Like, there's a lot of things to consider. Like, people are going to revolt since, you know, oh, that's where all like the first class people, you know, the posh people are at, and it's like, yeah, you're just going to treat us like shit. Not to mention there are like other people from like the War Marie and all that just there, like, who are still survivors, and it's like, yeah, you're really going to cause a civil war. But the government counteracted saying like, oh, but Levi's killing a lot of their peasants, so why should we trust you like that if your right-hand man is just slaughtering people? And it was like, I like that Pixis, although he was in quite a predicament as well, like, you can't really say too much during this whole situation, that Pixis was backing up Erwin, but he was worried that the coup d'etat could actually cause them to lose, you know, the Titan Wall and the ability to modify, you know, people's memories. It's like there's still some stuff maybe that they're hiding from us. Like, they obviously know a bit of information about how that Titan Wall was formed, so maybe they have a way to like get rid of it, or just like, oh fuck it, we don't need it now, just get out there and just bust out there. But then once you hear pretty much Erwin's like saying, take him to the gallows, we've had enough of him, pretty much he's used every single trump card in his hand. He has got no more strategies. There are nothing left for him to use. This soldier comes out and says, you know, the war rose has been breached by the Armored Titan and the Colossal Titan. And, you know, me, when I first heard it, I was like, oh joy, like, Titans are back in the story. And I was like, really excited. I'm like, yeah, let's go. Fucking Bertolt and Rana are back. And it's like, wait a minute, did they go back to this? And they told him, go straight the fuck back and attack them. No matter what, you got to get Eren like that. And I was thinking, like, so many things that kept popped in my head like that. And I was like, what happens is, like, the ministers actually were thinking about, what should we do about this? Like, you know, like, oh, what should we plan about that? And because they're disgusting pieces of shit, and they want to save their own miserable lives. And this shows as well when greed and pretty much thinking out for only yourself. I mean, they're supposed to be ministers. They're supposed to be looking out for the people and all that. And they're like, oh, let's just stop the refugees. Because they're like agreeing with Erwin as well. It's like, oh, we don't want, you know, a civil war happening. It's like, what would happen to my beautiful house? Like that. It's like, what would happen to all my money? Like, it's like, you fucking pieces of shit. And they're like willing to like have like all those people, like half the population, may I remind you, of like their entire little place just killed off because of these selfish pieces of shit, and they're not willing to like share their houses with like people who have lost their like family and stuff like that. And Erwin was really playing like trying to get these guys on his side, because he was talking to one of the soldiers and saying like, your wife is there, like your kids are there at the War Marie, like when he was in the gallows and stuff like that, being like tortured and stuff and getting the information beat out of him like that. And he was able to get people on his side. Like, he was able to get Pixis on his side. He was managed to get, I believe, the commander-in-chief as well was able to get on his side. Like, he pretty much, Erwin fucking tricked them. And it just showed their true colors when they invaded there and saying, you know, you just showed your old true colors like that. And, you know, just to make sure that they stopped and saying like, oh, well, we can do this, you know, you can't really put your weapons and threaten us and bend to the public soldier's will like that. And saying like, oh, all the nobility won't listen to you. And it's like, they actually used like the newspaper to print it around about what they did, about the that they had a testimony from Flegel Reeves, who escaped the massacre of the Reeves Company, and he pretty much just told them the truth and just told them that, you know, there was just mad murder going on. I did like in this chapter though when all this was happening that the fucking old man king like that was just like sleeping through all this, and he's like, the guy goes like, and he's like, wake up, you senile old fuck, wake the fuck up. And he's like, oh, is it time to eat? So I just couldn't help but find that hilarious that this guy is pretty much hasn't been listening to any of this shit that's been going on for like the entire hour, and he's just been napping in his chair. But it's like, it was like, yo, badass from fucking Erwin. He took a fucking beating and a half right now, and he's like, yeah, he's slightly pleased, but now he's saying that humanity must trek upon a new perilous road from now on. And the news got out to like the others, got out to Levi, Mikasa, and all them, and pretty much the Survey Courts have had their crimes all abolished, and they're proven that they're innocent, that they were doing the right thing, and pretty much now all they got left is to search for Eren and Historia, which Hanji saying she has some clues to him, and it's like, I do feel really bad for like the people that happened in the chapter that even Levi was feeling really bad for him, like saying like, oh, I'm sorry, Hanji, I'll let them die and all that. It's like all this stuff happening to him, and I felt like, damn, like even Levi, which we've seen him before, especially in that filler episode of the anime, which I really liked, where he showed that he was actually genuinely sad for the soldiers lost. So it did show a bit of emotion in this chapter as well for Levi. Not to mention how you saw that ending. You just saw Eren in chains like that. He was just like hanging out like some ace stuff in One Piece. And I'm like, we're kind of wrapping up the arc, I feel, in the Attack on Titan now. Like, we're starting to go really more fast paced. I've noticed, like, since like a lot of the chapters that we did deal with were very slow paced, and very like this one I felt was probably the fastest that we've seen throughout the entire arc. Like, but definitely, just a really, really good chapter this month. I was really happy with what stuff like that. Yeah, it did play with my feelings. I will admit, like, I was like, oh, the armored, the colossal, let's fucking go. I'm like, yeah, let's fucking go. Attack on Titan, hypeness, and I'm like, Erwin, you fuck, you fucking asshole. Like, but nevertheless, I actually enjoyed this chapter for what it was, for all the political stuff, all like the fucking tricking and stuff like that. It was really good. And I'm going to give this one like an 8 out of 10 this month. I thought this was a good chapter, and I'm really looking to see like why Eren is like ace at the moment. It looks like he's now about to be executed, and why is Historia talking to her father like normal, so maybe the father persuaded her or something, like, who knows, but that's all for another month. But that's all from me, everyone. Thank you very much for watching as always, and remember, I'll see you guys next time.